Hi everyone, I'm Rohan, and my non-trivial project was looking at the intersection between artificial intelligence, AI, and great power diplomacy. In particular, the implications and potential failure cases of AI being used within great power diplomacy between states such as the USA, China, and Russia. My inspiration for this project was when, late last year, a team at Meta AI developed a program called Cicero, which was able to reach human-level performance in the game Diplomacy. Now, this is an online game that has long been seen as a grand challenge within AI because it requires highly strategic gameplay and long-term planning, but also natural language communication with humans and cooperation in order to reach shared goals. The AI in this case couldn't just use reinforcement learning, that is, playing against itself, like has been used in Go and chess before that, because an AI that is perfectly good at playing against perfect AIs is not one that humans would trust and work alongside. So this work was a big step forward in producing AIs which are able to work in highly strategic, partially cooperative games. And diplomacy is called that for a reason. Its similarities to real-world great power diplomacy. So my project was exploring how, if AI were developed further and became super intelligent, that might be used within diplomacy between great powers and the potential impacts that that would have. First of all, I thought about the different degrees of which AI might be used, starting from level 1, where it may just be a co-pilot for human diplomats, such as already has been done with IBM's Watson, that has summarized complex, long legalese in trade negotiations, through to levels 2, 3, and 4, where AI plays a partial role in diplomacy, maybe negotiating prisoner swaps or diplomatic expulsions, maybe selecting from a predetermined set of options that a human diplomat gives to it, or maybe doing all peacetime diplomacy, right the way up to level 5, where the AI would perhaps even be able to declare war. Obviously, the benefits and failure cases range with the degree of autonomy and sophistication that the AI has. But there are some commonalities between all of them, which I would like to run through briefly. There are several which relate to AI as super intelligent, or able to outperform humans at cognitive tasks. Now, some of these are obvious, and AI is likely to be less prone to human biases like myopia and a desire for revenge. So this would probably lead it to make better decisions. The AI might also be able to identify areas of common interest that human diplomats are not, allowing cooperation between great powers that compete in certain areas but have shared interests in others. For instance, the USA and China working together on climate change. Also, AI might be more honest and less prone to betrayal than current human diplomats. Cicero was trained to be honest by having a penalty within its reward mechanism whenever it acted not in line with what it said it would do. And this could be applied to AI as well. Of course, there are also failure cases, and ways in which this might potentially be extremely harmful. Some of them are obvious. AIs might be exploited by bad actors and hacked in order to create instability and distrust, and these bad actors might be rogue states like North Korea, or non-state actors who want to sow instability and distrust between great powers. Also, though, instability might come about as a result of the unpredictability of AI systems. When playing Go, Google's AlphaZero came up with moves that no human had done before, and when watching the match, many Go experts thought that these were mistakes, before later realizing the genius of the move. Now, this is fine within Go, because the human may just think that the AI is mistaken and will continue to play. But within diplomacy, where mistakes might lead to accidental escalation, or the other side engaging in what's known as the madman theory of diplomacy, the AI being unpredictable could be dangerous. On the flip side of that, the AI being very clear and able to foresee the likely consequences of an action can also be dangerous. Strategic ambiguity, for instance in the region around Taiwan, is important for maintaining peace at the moment. Human agents are risk averse, and so uncertainty around the consequences of aggressive actions helps act as a check against overly hawkish diplomacy. It pushes humans away from bellicose saber rattling more towards erring on the side of peace. If, on the other hand, a country were able to predict at every moment in time the probable reaction to them, say, launching a nuclear strike, and then select the moment at which it were most beneficial to them, that might push humans over the edge towards a more fractious and less stable world. Also, the AI may not be robust, whether in terms of training data and past precedent not applying to the future, or in terms of how it's difficult to ensure that the AI as a black box is really optimizing for what we think. It's very challenging to specify goals or objectives for the AI that can't be hacked, that can't be misconstrued, or that can't be manipulated by an AI which has its own private ends. Now, I've not yet had a chance to explore how these benefits and failure cases weigh up against each other, though my tentative initial view is that these failure cases may be greater than the potential benefits. Doing the Non-Trivial Fellowship has been a really great progress accelerator, a catalyst for my own research. It's led me to really push ahead with exploring an area that is both important but also neglected and hasn't seen much academic research into it. Whilst there is work on AI as a topic of diplomacy and around regulation of it, there's much less work that has explored AI as a tool of diplomacy. And I'm now actively exploring turning the work that I've done in the fellowship into an academic paper. So this fellowship has been a really extremely great experience for me. It's enabled me to get onto a steeper trajectory, and it's enabled me to explore an issue which is directly impactful to making the world a better place, but also helpful in terms of allowing me to build credibility and skills for the future. So I'd really recommend the fellowship to anyone who might be interested.